Buddhist retreats or yoga classes, we might have heard or even sounded the word Shanti. But what does Shanti mean? We often find this word as part of a tradition. It can be found at the end of prayers or invocations and often sounded 3 times. The most obvious meaning of Shanti is peace. It comes from the Sanskrit root sham, meaning peace, tranquility, calm, and rest. As we can hear, the word starts with the sh sound, and I find, as every mother finds, that this is the magic sound to quieten a child. I say shh when my baby simply needs encouragement to quieten down, especially when it is time to take rest. But where do we find Shanti? Well, it is truly seen in the movement from the external to the internal. Clearly, there isn't any peace externally, or at least we can't guarantee external peace. When we hear Shanti sounded 3 times, we may ask, why? Why 3 times? Well, one way of thinking about this is peace in the body, peace in the mind, and peace in spirit. In the modern world that we live in, we could find ourselves easily pinned down by the demands of the world we live in. And most recently, we find ourselves in a post-pandemic world, which has pinned us down even further into such things as screen time, online meetings, for example, which may mean taking less care of our body, less care of our mind, and our spirit. This really speaks to the meaning and purpose of repeating Shanti 3 times. Peace in the body, peace in the mind, peace in spirit. So first we need to know that taking care of the body, mind, and spirit are equally important, as they are all connected, right? So how can we find peace in the body? Do we find that our body is at peace when it is exercised, healthy? Then this may influence the mind and spirit too. We may have more energy then, more confidence, more clarity, as well as emotional warmth. And of course, this directly influences our mind and our spirit. We may practice meditation as an example, or reading a book that inspires us in our quiet chair with a warm cup of tea. And this is just about allowing the body to rest. Peace of mind is a bit more subtle and elusive. So how do we find this? Long working hours, working from home, and trying to do too many things at once. We can all relate to this, and this can all make mental peace feel elusive. So clear boundaries perhaps can help us find peace. And what of peace of spirit? Where and how to find this? Well, for me, the best way is through an opening of the heart. And to unpack that further, it is simply an opening of the heart, not to gush out and pour love on all and serve all, but rather to let it all in, every single thing in. The sunshine, the gentle rain, and even the greatest storm. And actually, it might not be the weather that's the problem. These are, of course, figurative examples. So it might be the mother-in-law, the crying child, or some apparently unreasonable work colleague. Here's an interesting thought. Shanti is always there. Even if we feel agitated, there is still peace available. So we need not search for it. We simply need to connect to it. There is no such thing as longing for peace then. If it is already there for the taking, we simply just need to connect. I recently watched a movie that really put this into perspective. It was an animated movie for children called Kung Fu Panda. And in the movie, Master Shifu said to his student, "I'm not trying to turn you into me. I'm trying to turn you into you." So it is really speaking to that movement inward. This is what is always available. So we all know what the lack of peace feels like. But what can we do in these moments where we experience the lack of Shanti? Well, firstly, we need to recognize that in these moments, we could get quite caught up in the motions, that we may not be cognizant of the space that we are in. In my own experience, just doing little things like setting up reminders on my cell phone, or a little sticky note on my steering wheel, or a note on my to-do list, in the middle of my to-do list, to really just stop and quieten the mind, just for a few seconds or minutes, however much the moment allows is fine. Really just to reprogram the being. And the more you deliberately connect to the peace that is already available, the more the being misses it and needs it when there is a lack of it. So this is really about cultivating the need for Shanti in the body, in the mind, and the spirit. And this allows the being to be rooted firmly in Shanti. So let's begin this journey for simply allowing the being to be rooted firmly in Shanti, in peace. Wishing you a peaceful day, and if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment. How do you find peace? Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Thank you.